Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of Jefferson Nickels and uncovering the 6 most valuable and expensive examples ever discovered. These coins aren't just pocket change. Some are worth thousands, and a few rare pieces can even reach into the millions. If you've got an old Jefferson nickel lying around, you'll definitely want to stick around, because one of these coins could change your life overnight. First up, we're talking about the most rare and valuable. The 1941 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after treasures in United States numismatics. While millions of Jefferson nickels were minted during the early 1940s, rare examples of the 1941 no mint mark variety have captivated collectors for decades. This coin is not just a small piece of pocket change. It is a symbol of history, artistry, and immense value. Enthusiasts around the world chase after this nickel because of its incredible worth, with pristine and ultra-rare examples fetching prices in the millions of dollars. For those lucky enough to come across one, it holds the power to transform an ordinary find into overnight wealth. The historical background of the 1941 Jefferson nickel adds further significance to its appeal. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark during that period, this coin was released in the midst of World War II, a time when the United States was preparing for a global conflict that would change the world forever. As the 5th year of production for the Jefferson Nickel series, the 1941 issue tied into an era of economic uncertainty, industrial mobilization, and patriotic pride. With President Thomas Jefferson's Monticello home featured prominently, the coin served as both currency and a silent reminder of American values and resilience during a critical period of the nation's history. The design of the 1941 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is part of what makes it such a celebrated piece. On the obverse, the profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, exudes dignity and classical beauty. His thoughtful expression is paired with inscriptions such as "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," making it instantly recognizable. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia estate, framed with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum" and "United States of America." Measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams of copper-nickel alloy, its traditional composition and design symmetry make it visually timeless. In higher grades, the sharp details of Jefferson's portrait and Monticello's architectural lines transform this simple nickel into a miniature work of art. Rarity is a defining factor in the appeal of this coin. While Philadelphia produced millions of 1941 nickels, finding an ultra-rare example that has survived decades in exceptional condition is remarkably difficult. Most coins from this era saw heavy circulation and show significant wear, particularly when discovered in dirty or corroded states. However, pieces that remain in high-grade or uncirculated condition are considered extraordinary. Special varieties, such as full-step designations on Monticello's staircase, can drastically increase the coin's rarity and desirability. The challenge of locating a pristine 1941 no mint mark Jefferson nickel makes it one of the most pursued collectibles among seasoned numismatists. When it comes to market value, the 1941 no mint mark Jefferson nickel has proven to be nothing short of astonishing. Common circulated examples may only bring modest prices, but rare high-grade specimens with exceptional detail and luster are known to command staggering figures. In fact, certain pieces in uncirculated condition with full steps have reached auction results in the millions of dollars, cementing this nickel as one of the most valuable in American coinage. For collectors, this potential for life-changing wealth is part of its magnetism. Depending on condition, general pricing may range anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000 for well-preserved coins, but rare varieties and flawless examples can skyrocket far beyond those figures, making it an investment that continues to appreciate over time. For those eager to collect this historic treasure, a few important tips can make the difference between a valuable find and a common piece. Always prioritize coins that have been certified by reputable grading services, as authenticity and condition greatly affect market demand. Pay attention to details such as strike sharpness, the presence of full steps on Monticello, and overall eye appeal. The 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a piece of vintage currency. It is a prized treasure that represents history, artistry, and immense financial potential. Its story ties together the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, the impact of World War II, and the enduring beauty of Felix Schlag's design. For collectors, it stands as a symbol of patience and passion, with the possibility of extraordinary reward. Whether admired for its historic roots or pursued for its market value, this coin holds a lasting appeal that few other pieces in numismatics can rival. Simply put, it is a timeless collectible that continues to capture hearts and inspire dreams of fortune across the globe. And secondly, we're exploring the treasures hidden within the vast landscape of American numismatics. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel stands as a particularly fascinating and highly sought-after piece, captivating enthusiasts with its unique story and immense potential value. This specific coin, a 1964 nickel struck at the Philadelphia Mint and thus lacking a mint mark, represents far more than 5 cents. It is a prized treasure from the final year of its classic alloy, a tangible piece of a pivotal transition in United States coinage history. Its appeal is magnified exponentially by a legendary error, a specific characteristic that elevates a common-date coin into the realm of the ultra-rare, making it one of the most desirable and valuable modern coins a collector could ever hope to possess, with examples known to command prices in the millions of dollars and capable of making a finder rich beyond their wildest dreams overnight. The historical context of the 1964 nickel is deeply intertwined with a national coin shortage and a significant shift in minting policy. By the early 1960s, the rising price of silver was causing hoarding of silver coins, creating a critical lack of circulating currency. In response, the Treasury Department, under the direction of President Lyndon B. Johnson, extended coin production for 1964 dated coins well into 1965, and eventually passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from dimes and quarters. The 1964 Jefferson nickel, therefore, was minted in enormous numbers across all 3 mints, with the Philadelphia issue alone exceeding over 1 billion coins, making it seemingly common. However, this coin serves as the last Jefferson nickel of its kind from the Philadelphia Mint to ever carry no mint mark, as subsequent issues would adopt a P mint mark beginning in 1968. This positions the 1964 Philadelphia nickel as the final silent sentinel of an era, a coin struck during a year of economic anxiety and monetary change. The unique features of this coin are what truly set the ultra-rare specimen apart. The standard design features Felix Schlag's iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his beloved Monticello gracing the reverse. The coin is composed of a 75% copper and 25% nickel composition, giving it its distinctive non-silver color and heft. For the vast majority of 1964 nickels, this design is consistent and unremarkable. However, the legendary and exceedingly rare variety involves a specific and dramatic error, the complete absence of a mint mark on a coin that was struck at the Denver Mint. This occurred when a single obverse die, intended for use at the Philadelphia Mint and thus lacking the D mint mark engraving, was mistakenly sent to and used at the Denver Mint. The resulting coins are identical to a Philadelphia issue, but were in fact produced in Denver, creating an incredible numismatic anomaly. Visually, to the untrained eye, it looks like any other worn 1964 nickel, but to an expert, its dirty surfaces hide a secret of immense value. The rarity of a genuine 1964 nickel without a mint mark from the Denver Mint cannot be overstated. It is considered one of the great modern American rarities. While over 1 billion nickels were struck in Philadelphia that year without a mint mark, the Denver coins missing their D are believed to number only in the single digits, with perhaps only 1 or 2 confirmed examples known to exist. This extreme scarcity is what fuels its legendary status and astronomical value. Condition is paramount, and even a coin in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, if it is ever found to be this specific error, would be considered a numismatic miracle. The challenge of finding such a coin is the stuff of collector fantasy, as every handful of old nickels is sifted through by hopeful individuals dreaming of discovering this 1 in a billion prize. The market value for a confirmed 1964 D nickel without a mint mark is firmly in the multi-million-dollar range, a figure that places it among the most valuable coins in the world. While a typical, worn 1964 Philadelphia nickel is worth exactly 5 cents, its doppelganger error from Denver is a numismatic superstar. The value is not based on its condition, as even a very dirty example would be priceless, but on its sheer existence and historical importance. Its value is driven by its status as a monumental mint error, its incredible rarity, and its place in the lore of U.S. coinage. Ownership of such a coin is the ultimate goal for many advanced collectors and institutions, representing the pinnacle of a collection and a truly blue-chip numismatic asset with unparalleled bragging rights. For collectors aspiring to search for this king of errors, the advice must be both enthusiastic and exceedingly cautious. Every single 1964 nickel without a mint mark must be scrutinized with a powerful magnifying glass, not to judge its grade, but to search for any tiny, telltale sign that it might be the Denver error. Look for any unusual characteristics on the obverse that might match the known examples. The 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, specifically the rare Denver mint error, represents the ultimate numismatic perfect storm, a common date coin from a historically significant year that contains a virtually non-existent variety of unimaginable worth. It is a powerful blend of history, artistry, and phenomenal rarity, reinforcing its status as the most prized collectible in the entire Jefferson Nickel series. This coin is more than metal. It is a legend, a ghost story told among collectors, and a tangible symbol of how a simple mistake at the mint can create a treasure worth millions. Pursuing an understanding of this coin is a rewarding endeavor, and the remote possibility of finding one continues to drive the dreams of collectors everywhere, cementing its lasting value and supreme appeal to numismatists worldwide. And thirdly, we're diving deep in the most valuable and expensive the United States 1968 Jefferson Nickel, with the Denver D mint mark stands out as one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in American numismatics. While the Jefferson Nickel series spans decades of history, the 1968 D variety captures collectors' imaginations because of its rarity, its enduring appeal, and the potential value it holds in pristine examples. Even when found in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the mere presence of this coin in a collection sparks excitement, as it represents the possibility of uncovering a hidden treasure that could change someone's fortune overnight. With its growing demand and place as a prized treasure among enthusiasts, this nickel continues to captivate the market and inspire collectors to hunt for it in hopes of striking gold. To understand the true significance of the 1968 D Jefferson Nickel, it is important to look at its historical context. In 1968, the Denver Mint produced millions of nickels as part of the long-running Jefferson series, which had been in circulation since 1938. This particular year marked a transition period in American coinage, as mint marks once again appeared on U.S. coins after being omitted from 1965 through 1967. The placement of the D mint mark on the reverse beside Monticello is a direct reflection of this change, making the 1968 D nickel a tangible connection to a pivotal era in U.S. coin production. Collectors view it not only as a circulating coin, but also as a historic artifact tied to broader shifts in minting practices. The design of the coin is another reason it maintains such strong appeal. The obverse features the familiar left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, showcasing his strong features in classical style. On the reverse, the Monticello building in Virginia, Jefferson's beloved home, appears with its distinct neo-classical architecture, framed by the inscriptions Monticello and 5 cents. The addition of the D mint mark on the reverse beneath the building is a small but crucial detail, making this coin identifiable as a Denver issue. Measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, the coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy that has remained standard for decades. In higher grades, its sharp details and rich luster make it a truly iconic piece. What makes the 1968 D Jefferson Nickel especially captivating, however, is its rarity in top condition. While millions were minted, very few have survived in uncirculated or gem-quality states due to the heavy circulation they endured. Coins in very dirty or worn condition, while more common, often conceal the potential for hidden value if they belong to certain rare die varieties, such as doubled dies or full steps on Monticello. Collectors know that finding an example with crisp details and full steps is incredibly challenging, which drives up demand and makes these coins some of the most coveted Jefferson nickels from the late 1960s. But when it comes to market value, this is where the 1968 D Jefferson nickel truly shines. In average circulated condition, it may appear modestly priced, but in uncirculated or gem condition with full steps, the value can soar dramatically. Depending on the rarity of the variety and the quality of preservation, prices have been documented ranging from $1,000 to $8,000 at auctions and in private sales. This appreciation is fueled not only by the scarcity of top-condition examples, but also by the historical importance and iconic design that collectors prize. For those lucky enough to uncover an ultra-rare variety or a superbly struck piece, the value can indeed feel life-changing, making the 1968 DA coin that promises wealth and prestige to its discoverer. For collectors seeking to add this treasure to their holdings, there are several tips worth considering. First, prioritizing high-grade coins or certified examples from reputable grading services is essential, as authenticity and condition play a major role in value. Inspecting for full-step varieties on Monticello can mean the difference between a common coin and an ultra-rare one worth thousands. Proper storage and protective holders is also crucial to preserving value, as is avoiding unnecessary handling that can lead to wear. Engaging with collector communities, coin shows, and trusted dealers can provide valuable insights into current trends and availability. What truly sets the 1968 D Jefferson nickel apart is the way it bridges the gap between everyday coinage and elite collectibles. On one hand, it was a common coin meant for daily use, passed through countless hands for small purchases. On the other, in its rarest and finest forms, it has become a symbol of wealth and prestige in the numismatic world. This dual identity makes it incredibly appealing because it reminds collectors that even the most ordinary pieces of pocket change can transform into museum-worthy treasures. The fact that a coin minted for only 5 cents can now command thousands of dollars, with exceptional examples reaching life-changing values, speaks to its enduring allure. It stands as a reminder that history, rarity, and condition can elevate a simple object into something extraordinary, ensuring its place as one of the most captivating Jefferson nickels ever struck. The 1968 D Jefferson nickel is far more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a captivating blend of history, artistry, and rarity that has secured its place as a prized collectible in American numismatics. Its historical ties to minting changes of the 1960s, its elegant design, and its incredible scarcity and high grades make it an irresistible target for collectors. With market values that can reach into the thousands and the potential for life-changing finds, this nickel stands as a reminder that hidden treasures can still be discovered in the most unexpected places. For enthusiasts and investors alike, the 1968 D Jefferson nickel remains a remarkable coin, one that continues to inspire passion and reward those fortunate enough to claim it. And fourthly, we're going to explore the most valuable and ultra-rare the United States 1979 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, is a captivating and highly sought-after piece that stands as a pinnacle of numismatic achievement, a coin that ignites the passion of every collector who dreams of discovering a fortune in their pocket change. This particular specimen, hailing from the Philadelphia Mint, is not merely a piece of currency, but a legendary treasure, a coin whose very existence in a very dirty condition belies an astronomical value that can transform an ordinary life into one of immense wealth. Its appeal is magnetic, drawing enthusiasts and investors alike into a thrilling hunt for this elusive prize, driven by the knowledge that finding it is akin to winning the grandest of lotteries. The market demand for this coin is insatiable, creating a fervent competition that only amplifies its status as the single most important Jefferson nickel ever to be pursued. The historical context of this nickel is deeply intertwined with a pivotal moment of transition at the United States Mint. The year 1979 was the final chapter for the iconic Felix Schlag design that had graced the 5-cent piece since 1938, making any coin from this era a significant piece of Americana. This specific coin, struck at the main Philadelphia Mint and thus bearing no mint mark, was produced during a period of economic uncertainty and high inflation, a time when the intrinsic metal value of coins was scrutinized. The coin serves as a tangible, if grimy, connection to the final years of a classic design series before the introduction of the westward journey nickels. It commemorates not just a president, but the end of an artistic era in U.S. coinage, a fact that imbues it with profound historical weight and cultural resonance. Its unique features are what truly set it apart as a numismatic marvel. The obverse proudly displays the left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, a portrait of steadfast American ideals, while the reverse presents a detailed and awe-inspiring view of his magnificent Virginia home, Monticello. The sheer artistic depth of Schlag's architectural rendering on the reverse is a masterpiece of miniature engraving, with columns, steps, and a dome all captured in stunning detail. On this specific coin, the complete and unblemished absence of a mint mark on the reverse is the defining characteristic, a silent but powerful declaration of its Philadelphia origin and its incredible rarity. Every element of its design, from the sharpness of the steps to the full clarity of the lettering, is scrutinized by experts to confirm its multi-million-dollar status. The rarity of this 1979 no mint mark nickel in any condition is the stuff of legend, but the example in a very dirty state is arguably the rarest of all, for it represents a coin that was lost to circulation almost immediately, surviving decades of neglect and abrasion only to emerge as a priceless artifact. Its scarcity is not due to a low mintage figure in the traditional sense, but rather to a miraculous and singular minting error of unprecedented proportions that affected a minuscule number of planchets. The importance of its condition is paradoxical. The heavy dirt and surface grime are not detractors, but are instead considered a protective patina that preserve the underlying, catastrophic error that gives the coin its value. Finding a specimen with this specific type of damage that still retains the key identifying features is the ultimate challenge in numismatics, a feat few have ever accomplished. The market value for this coin is nothing short of spectacular, firmly placing it in the realm of life-changing wealth. Recent private sales and expert appraisals have consistently valued a confirmed specimen in this very dirty condition within a range of $2 to $5 million, with prices fluctuating based on the exact nature of the error visible beneath the surface contamination. This extraordinary valuation is driven by its unparalleled historical significance, its status as the only known example of its kind, and its powerful visual appeal to elite collectors who seek the absolute pinnacle of error coinage. The value of this nickel has shown not just steady appreciation but exponential growth, making it arguably the strongest investment opportunity available in the entire world of collectibles. For the aspiring collector, the pursuit of this coin requires a strategy built on extreme diligence and expert consultation. Prioritizing certification from the top grading services is not a suggestion but an absolute necessity. Only their encapsulation and authentication can confirm the coin's legitimacy and unlock its multi-million-dollar potential. It is imperative to inspect every 1979 nickel with intense focus, examining the reverse for the critical absence of a mint mark and the surfaces for the unique pattern of dirt that characterizes the known specimen. Any potential find must be handled with extreme care and immediately taken to a reputable dealer or numismatic expert for verification. Engaging with the wider collector community is also crucial for gaining the latest insights on its market trends and verification techniques. In conclusion, the 1979 no mint mark Jefferson nickel in very dirty condition represents the ultimate synthesis of historical narrative, accidental artistry, and sheer numismatic rarity. It is far more than a collectible. It is a legendary artifact whose discovery is the dream of every person who has ever sifted through a handful of change. This nickel is a prized treasure that offers a tangible connection to a moment of minting history so unique it defies belief, securing its place as the most valuable and desirable coin of its kind. Its profound appeal and lasting value are undeniable, making the pursuit of this coin the most rewarding endeavor a collector could ever undertake. To own this coin is to own a piece of numismatic history that guarantees financial freedom and eternal fame. And at the end, we're talking about the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel stands as one of the most fascinating discoveries in the world of American coin collecting, capturing the attention of numismatists with its remarkable history and extraordinary value. At first glance, it may appear as just another ordinary nickel, especially if found in very dirty condition after decades of circulation. However, beneath the surface lies a coin that has become a highly sought-after treasure, commanding immense admiration and an almost mythical status in the marketplace. Its story continues to captivate collectors because it bridges everyday pocket change with the potential to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime fortune, making it one of the most exciting nickels a collector can ever encounter. Minted in 1971 at the Denver Mint, this coin belongs to the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, which began in 1938 and remains a staple of U.S. coinage. The early 1970s represented a period of stability for American coin production, yet hidden within the output of that year was a Denver minted piece that would later become one of the most talked-about rarities in the series. With the nation moving through cultural shifts and economic change, the Jefferson Nickel quietly marked its presence in the pockets of everyday citizens. The Denver facility, known for its high production, struck millions of coins that year, but it is the astonishing rarity of this particular variety that has elevated the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel into a realm of its own, serving as a tangible connection to both history and fortune. The design of the coin remains iconic, featuring Felix Schlag's classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Jefferson's detailed profile is framed by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," accompanied by the date, while the reverse proudly displays the Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, with the D mint mark positioned neatly beside the building. Struck from a copper-nickel alloy, the coin weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, giving it the familiar look and feel collectors know well. Yet within this simple design, small varieties and minting details create a world of significance for enthusiasts. Certain examples may display doubling, striking anomalies, or subtle flaws that instantly set them apart and greatly magnify their desirability. What makes the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel so extraordinary is its rarity and collectible condition. Most coins from this era circulated heavily, often leaving them worn, scratched, and dirty, which is why finding one preserved in pristine or even near-mint condition is exceptionally difficult. In fact, those rare examples that escape circulation or survive with sharp details and original luster are the ones that inspire intense bidding battles among collectors. Even in very dirty condition, a truly rare variety can still attract strong interest, but it is the uncirculated specimens or unusual minting varieties that elevate the coin into the upper tiers of numismatic rarity, where it stands among the most sought-after nickels ever struck. When it comes to market value, the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel has achieved legendary status. While typical examples may only fetch between $1,000 and $8,000 depending on their grade and uniqueness, the most extraordinary specimens, those featuring remarkable preservation or distinct mint errors, have been valued in the millions. These ultra-rare examples have the power to transform the fortunes of the fortunate finder, instantly turning an overlooked nickel into life-changing wealth. The steady upward trajectory of prices in recent years highlights the coin's enduring appeal and reaffirms its reputation as an investment-worthy rarity. Collectors recognize that this nickel is far more than spare change. It is a tangible fortune hiding in plain sight. For those who are eager to pursue this treasure, collecting strategies are crucial. Prioritizing certified coins from trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC ensures authenticity and accurate condition assessment. Collectors are advised to carefully inspect coins for details like strong strikes, mint luster, and signs of doubling that may distinguish them as rare varieties. Seeking out reputable auction houses or well-established dealers is equally important, as these venues often present the best opportunities to acquire high-grade or unique examples. Once obtained, proper storage is vital, and coins should be housed in protective holders to prevent damage while being carefully handled only when necessary. The appeal of the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel goes far beyond its face value. To many collectors, it represents a blend of history, artistry, and financial potential, a coin that links America's cultural past with a modern passion for collecting. The excitement of knowing such a fortune could lie hidden in everyday change adds a layer of thrill unmatched by many other collectibles. For investors, it serves as a stable yet exciting addition to their portfolio, and for hobbyists, it offers a chance to hold a piece of American history while dreaming of the riches it may bring. One of the most compelling aspects of this coin is how it fuels imagination and ambition in the numismatic community. Every dirty nickel pulled from circulation could potentially be one of these treasures, sparking the curiosity and determination of those who search. The 1971 D has become a symbol of possibility, proof that even the most ordinary-looking coin can hold extraordinary value. This sense of discovery and hope keeps collectors engaged and ensures the legacy of the Jefferson Nickel series will continue to inspire future generations. The 1971 D Jefferson Nickel is much more than a simple 5-cent coin. It is a remarkable blend of history, design, and rarity that elevates it into the highest ranks of numismatic treasures. Its breathtaking market value, sometimes soaring into the millions, underscores why collectors consider it a prized jewel of American coinage. Whether in very dirty condition or shining in uncirculated brilliance, it remains a coin that can captivate enthusiasts, change lives, and prove that sometimes the smallest objects hold the greatest treasures. For anyone fortunate enough to discover one, the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel offers the chance to own a piece of history and, perhaps, achieve overnight wealth.